This is an octatonic scale. All it is a series of alternating half steps and whole steps, but if a new law was passed so that all composers had to relocate to desert islands and they could only take one scale with them, this is the scale I'm betting most composers would pack. And most music theorists would take that same bet. They will tell you that, after all, an octatonic scale is a key-agnostic interlocking tetrachordal system of invariant harmonic palindromic structure with symmetrical harmonic axis construction, chromatic tonal ambiguity, embedded diatonic fragments, multi-layered harmonic stratification, and modular tetrachordal transposability. Or, more simply put, the octatonic scale is in no particular key. It's criminally easy to improvise in, and it has baked into it most of the harmonic relationships that power cinematic music. Now, all of this in a scale that otherwise has no start, no finish, and no key centre, and the simplest of patterns. You start on any note you like, you go up half a step, then a whole step, then a half step, then a whole step. Half step, whole step, half step, whole step, until you're back on the note that you started on. There's your octatonic scale. Now, because it's such a simple pattern, this is not the kind of scale that requires memorising notes or key signatures. Instead, you can create it on the fly from whatever note you happen to be starting on. You keep following that sequence of half steps and whole steps, and you summon an octatonic scale into the room like a necromancer summoning wraiths. And as we'll hear in a second, the sound that you then get is very much necromancers and wraiths, or clock towers and lightning strikes, or inept burglars and abandoned 8-year-olds, or cliff tops and car chasers. It all comes from some magic relationships that are built into the chords contained in this scale. Even if you have no idea what chromatic mediants or tritone pairings are, if you're creating progressions from chords in an octatonic scale, the sound that you create will inevitably be packed with chromatic mediants and tritone pairings, and that's a sound that wants to tell stories. As ever, it's easier to show rather than to tell. Here are 6 very different examples, each showcasing a different octatonic technique. Then we'll unpack them one at a time so that you can summon them into your own compositions whenever you like. Okay, so to the first example. This cue is quite dark, but there's nothing but major chords in there. Now, normally that would mean nursery rhymes and unicorns, but these particular major chords weren't planted in spring sunshine and then gently harvested from Goldilocks.